Jason.
Yo, Ricky, what's good?
It's time to do an unwrap.
An unwrap video? We haven't done those in a while.
It's been 2 months.
Let's get it.
We don't have Michael anymore.
Oh, well, we'll still get it.
Well, we'll find a way to get it. What are we getting?
We're eating the weed.
So what do you have there, Jason?
Wait, this is the Model O, dude. We've already done this.
Oh, but look closely. There's something different about this one.
Oh, there's a minus at the end.
Yep, and other than that, the mouse is exactly the same. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. What do you think is different about this one, Jason?
I mean, it's probably minus the lack of my good gameplay lately. Oh, look at it, there it is.
What does that look like?
It looks like the exact same thing I unwrapped 2 months ago.
You're right. The minus actually stands for it being slightly smaller.
I see, oh, okay. I was feeling it a little.
Behind this mouse in particular, there is a very, very funny story.
A funny story?
Do you want to hear my story?
Yes.
It all starts a long time ago. Let me start by saying that I love my gran very much. I think it's very important to preface the story with this because she might say otherwise. It's not my fault she's a little clingy.
You don't call often enough, don't eat enough, visit me in the hospital.
Those are just a few examples. I tell her I'm busy. Well, you try explaining what streaming is to a baby boomer. I told her I was on Twitch and she thought I was on some kind of drug. Called the police and everything. But we're on better terms now. She knows that I play video games for a living. Is it a real living? What she doesn't know won't hurt her. She gets it though. In fact, our little story begins one fateful autumn afternoon when I get a call from her. Hey Gran, what's good? I asked. She cut right to the chase.
I need your help with a video game.
Full disclosure, I didn't have a plan for this. My default is to start an endless loop of apologies and promises to do better until she hangs up. But this was new. Alright then, what do you need? I asked. She hung up. Can't blame her. It was weird for me too. One Uber ride later, and I'm there, stationed in front of her setup. I felt like an archaeologist unearthing some ancient relic. You know how old technology is supposed to look when it's meant to be gray, but it ended up taking a faint yellow hue over the years? Well, hers was brown. I asked her what game she needed help with. She tells me.
Mahjong.
What? The guys who made Minecraft? She shows me the game. It is not Minecraft, except for the blocks. It's got those. Only they've got a bunch of symbols, pretty cut and dry with the rules. Match your blocks accordingly, do it faster than the other geriatrics. And if it's anything like the games I play, proceed to insult their worth as a human being. Turns out I was right about that last part. There's this piece of work named Susan32 who always makes out her hand. And when she does, she posts one of these in the chat.
If they want war, we'll give them war.
Don't worry, Gran. We'll find a way to crush her. The key thing I learned about Mahjong is that dexterity is paramount. Your Gran's strategies mean nothing if you're not getting those damn pieces when you need them. Let me tell you, Gran ain't getting much faster. Lucky for her, technology sure is.
Double kill.
You only need a mouse to play Mahjong. Well, that and a computer built within the last 800 years. So I get her one of those real slick ones. You know it's slick because it's got a lot of holes and it's got a lot of lights. Not like she'd care though. She was fond of the gaudy beige brick that she'd been using since the Great Depression.
I mean, the body's got a crack in it, but you know, what the hell, right?
That thing had a trackball. A trackball? Regardless, it did the trick. I don't know what the equivalent of a no-scope in Mahjong is, but Susan32 straight up left the chat after Gran laid the smackdown on her. It was like watching a silverback gorilla beat a pygmy marmoset to death with a series of tiled blocks. Metaphorically speaking. At last, sweet victory.
Thank God.
She's like the ninja of Mahjong. They even have the same haircut. My work here was done. Check back in another few years when she'll need an upgrade. Probably have her nearly hooked up to the game by then. I can't wait. Fast forward to a few weeks later. Gran is coming over to visit my mom. I live at home. Let's not dwell on that. I'm working, streaming a new game called Dota 2 Auto Chess. Gran shuffles on over and leans in.
I've never seen this version of Mahjong before.
Her eyes aren't great. I explained to her this game isn't anything like Mahjong. It's more intricate in the selection of your characters and matching up heroes to make a powerful hand. And I realized it's exactly like Mahjong. It was at that moment I realized my sweet Gran, the 97-year-old Mahjong monster, was an untapped resource of slaughter and mayhem, the likes of which this generation had never seen. I gotta be sure first, so we run a quick test. Gran takes my place in the middle of a match. It doesn't take her too long before she acclimates to her surroundings, and before long, she's making shepherd's pie out of these boys. And the best part, my stream loves it. So I get her set up properly, make an account for her. I ask for her nickname. She pauses, then delivers to me. Yes.
All I can tell y'all is that it's about to go down.
Round 1.
Do you have any special talent?
Let's fast forward to her invitation to a regional tournament with a prize pool of $1 million in cash. I'm the coach, obviously. Mind you, I don't have to do much except maybe reel her in once in a while. Most of her opponents are millennials, so she often goes right for the throat. Tournament goes well enough. I'm slamming back Red Bulls and screaming. With every victory, the crowd loves her, the world loves her, and you know what? I don't mind her myself. After a few hours in the gauntlet, Gran emerges victorious. Grand champion. The roof is blowing off the place. Naturally, she gets approached by a representative from a prestigious esports team. They're looking to get a piece of the prize money. What cretins. That piece is mine. They're making her offers. But I know Gran. Her generation is one of stubbornness and loyalty, and she takes the clipboard and signs the waiver. They laugh and wheel her out. Unbelievable. Before she goes, she pinches my cheek and says,
Don't be salt. I love you. Please eat more.
So that's how buying my Gran a new mouse turned her into a gaming legend. I mean, if it weren't for the unyielding sense of bitterness, I'd sort of be proud of her. She's touring the world, flattening foes, and earning fat stacks of cash every day. But would it kill her to pick up the phone and call once in a while?
Jason? Wait, what?
What'd you think of my story?
Wait, is this the mouse you're talking about? Wait, is this the mouse you're talking about? wait, why are you laughing?
Even a 97-year-old grandma could win $1 million.
So, when do I bring it to the test station?
We don't do that in this episode.
Oh, unlucky. I'm trying to record you. Okay.